up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Diesel Frenchie. He's a 45-pound French Bulldog. And you know, you guys, we started this YouTube channel, quite honestly, about 2 months ago. Diesel's been a big part of our family. And we didn't really ever think about doing any kind of YouTube video or any kind of channel, for that matter. We just decided, you know, after my wife, she takes a lot of video of him, as a lot of you do out there of your dogs. She takes a lot of video, and we have a lot of short videos up. But we thought, you know, maybe we could kind of educate people on what we do differently for our dog. And maybe it's the same as what you do, but maybe it's a little bit different, right? So Diesel, we bought him from a breeder of Northern California. My wife did all the research, and he is what you call a Hawbucks. So there's no different types of Frenchies, right? So people like to say there's different types of Frenchies, but that's not what it is. There are different type Frenchies in terms of how people breed them and the looks they get out of them, but it's not two different types of Frenchies. So the traditional Frenchie has the pushed up nose. They kind of breathe a little differently, and they not really good swimmers if they can swim at all. And you see people posting up videos with life jackets on and them getting in the water and swimming. And then you have people, you see like the fluffy ears, kind of the little more hairy Frenchies. And then you have Diesel, his type, has a little bit longer snout. People ask us all the time, is he mixed with something? No, he is a AKC registered, full-bred Frenchie Bulldog, papers on him. He's big. His mom, he takes after his mom. His mom, she was big. The dad was a little bit smaller. But the mom loved water, and that's Diesel. Diesel, you can't get in the pool without this dog. He's got to be in the pool with you. So for today's video, what we're going to be talking about is nutrition. What we've done in terms of how we feed this dog and what kind of nutrition he gets. And there's going to be later videos that go up that we're going to be talking about, is a Frenchie right for you? You know, what you need to consider in terms if you're thinking about buying a Frenchie. Also favorite toys and kind of the habits of a Frenchie Bulldog. But he has been a huge part of our family. Love him to death. He's been a great addition, and we wouldn't do anything otherwise. But he's unique, and I think everybody thinks their dogs are unique, and they all have their own personalities. So with further ado, we're going to talk about what we're feeding him. So Diesel, he'll be 4 years old in November, and for the most part, he's been on Farmer's Dog. So Farmer's Dog comes in different flavors, just like most dog foods do, right? So you got choice of pork, beef, chicken, etc. Farmer's Dog is supposed to be unique in the sense where a human could actually eat it if they needed to, but I'll leave that up to somebody else to test. Not eating that food, okay? But I guess if I was desperate, I might try it. But protein is pure, fresh food that he eats. And he's been eating this food for, I'm going to say, God, 3+ years, right, babe? My wife's behind the camera here, so you guys don't see her, but she's the one that's raised Diesel and trained Diesel, not me. I leave the house every day to go to work. She has the fortunate ability to work from home, so she's been able to raise Diesel and you know, train him at everything he does and teach him, and he's a super smart little dog. But here about the last year, I guess, he kind of got where he didn't want to eat. He didn't want to eat anymore, and we wasn't sure what it was. Was something wrong with him? Was he sick? Maybe he was just tired of the taste of eating the same thing over and over. And so we switched, and he still eats a little bit of Farmer's Dog because the nutrition is really good for him. And just so you know, Farmer's Dog, besides the great nutrition it is for dogs, it tells you based on the proportion of what you need for him based on his weight, right? So for Diesel, he's 45 pounds, and he eats half of this 2 times a day. Right, so it's important to have your dog on a training regimen, right? Or I shouldn't say training, but on a regimen where he's consistent about when he goes to the bathroom, when he eats. You get him on that, and it's easy. It's easy to maintain. So because he kind of got like where he didn't want to eat anymore, my wife switched over to this right here, which is called the pets table. And we just got a new case in today. Let me grab a knife. Let's open this up. Pets table is a lot like Farmer's Dog. It requires a certain amount for his weight. The difference is between these two is where Farmer's Dog is strictly, it comes in frozen, it's got dry ice, and you thaw it out, and it's a soft food. It's a soft food for the Frenchie. And this right here comes with a combination where there's a combination of dry food, which is good for his gums, his teeth, but also he has a soft food. And it's the right protein and nutrients that he needs. So we just got this case in today, and it comes with dry ice. You can see the dry food here, and I will post this up so you guys can see it. I'll post links up to both of these, Farmer's Dog and the Pets Table, so you can see the nutrients in it. I don't have my glasses on, I read it off to you, but we'll post it up here, right here, so you can see it. But there's a certain amount of portion of dry food that you give him, along with a certain amount of soft food, wet food, whatever you want to call it. And this right here, he has picked his appetite right back up. He loves it. And we still give him a little bit of Farmer's Dog. But you can't go wrong with either one of them. So the key thing when you have a Frenchie like this, and a lot of dog breeds, but there's a lot of unique dog breeds that you see out there with his Frenchies, with his English Bulldogs, where there's these mini Bulldogs. They require, you know, a little more attention than your average typical dog out there, like a German Shepherd or a Golden Retriever, things like that, right? And what I mean by that is because they have a little more tendency to have allergies, breathing conditions, a little more visits to the vet. You know, there's a lot of things that go into that to try to make sure they're well maintained. And Diesel, like I said, there's a lot of genetics, just like there is with a human, right, in terms of how a dog is going to grow and how big he's going to be. But we have done nothing but taking care of this dog from the highest level in terms of his nutrition, his vet visits, the anal gland, where you push the anal glands and clean him out, getting his ears clean, taking care of him. My wife brushes his teeth. He's very well maintained, you know, and I'd love to sit here and take credit for it. I was one of those people that I did not want a dog in the house. I didn't want any animal in the house. My wife talked me into it, and if I could do it 10 times over, I would do it again. He's been a big part of the family, and you just wouldn't go wrong with a Frenchie. But make sure you check out our other videos, because we're going to talk about just, you know, is a Frenchie right for you? You know, and it's not necessarily really a Frenchie, but is a dog right for you, right? Because there's a lot of considerations you go into in terms of a family if you want a dog, because they always seem cuddly and enjoyable when they're puppies. But there's patience that has to go into that, right? So we're going to talk more about that. We're also going to talk about the actual toys that, at least for Diesel, our Frenchie, loves them to death. And I don't think you'd go wrong by trying them out. And it's consistent toys that we buy him. He goes through several different, you know, I'm going to say, well, he's not in the area here, balls that he likes, certain ones that we buy on Amazon. You guys have seen other videos in the pool, but we're going to talk about those. Tennis balls, and you know, there's certain stuffed animal that he loves. And I've seen this in other videos where Frenchies love to suckle. They have anxiety, they get all hyper and they want to suckle to calm that anxiety. And we're probably on the 7th or 8th one of this stuffed animal that we bought that he just loves to death. It's his favorite above anything that he has to have. So again, the example of that, when I come home every day, you know, I call him my little princess, even though he's a male Frenchie, but he comes running to the door, and his little ears are laid back, and his little butt's wagging from side to side, and he's got his stuffed animal. He's like a little kid, like a little toddler, carrying his stuffed animal. He's got to have that, and he'll lay down. He's got to suckle for a little bit, just to calm down. but you know, they're a joy to have, and we want to do some more videos. So I hope you guys enjoy this. You appreciate the video. If you do, like and subscribe, comment below. Comment and let us know what you are feeding your dog, and it may be some differences because every dog's different, right? Not everybody's the same, but I can tell you just in terms of these two products here, if you want to feed your dog these, just as FYI, and I want to make this clear, there's no sponsor on this video. They're not paying us to do this video. This is just us giving information out. What works for our dog may not work for your dog, but it's not cheap. Farmer's dog, depending on the weight of the dog and what the requirement is for the food based on what they recommend, but for Diesel, 45 pounds, $160 a month, or $180 a month, a little short there. My wife's correcting me over here. And the Pets Table is 160 bucks a month. So it's not cheap. So these are considerations that we'll talk about in the next video, if a Frenchie is right for you, because of what you need to do in order to kind of at least give them the best shot of longevity and taking care of them physically and mentally. They are super attached dogs. They love their owners. I can tell you that Diesel, Vanessa, my wife, she can't walk 2 steps to any room. Diesel's right behind her. And you know, for us, we have a cat too. His name is Thumper. He is a pixie bob, and it's like 2 kids. Wherever she goes, they're following around the room. They follow around the house everywhere. So it's kind of our unique situation here, but it's our little family. We love them to death, and we hope you guys appreciate the video. Please like and subscribe and comment below. Thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. And if we can help you out, please let us know. Thank you. Okay. So if you guys haven't watched any of our videos, please tune in, because this is our little guy here. His name is Diesel. He's 45 pounds. He's be 4 years old in November. He is a little stud, and you can notice, and we'll talk about in the other videos, you'll hear us talk about why his snout is a little bit longer. He's able to swim, and he sees little ants. He wants to get down because he's ready to eat. But he is a joy to have. So right here, guys, you see Diesel. My wife's already put him a bowl of Pets Table. Again, it's a combination of dry food and wet food, highly nutritious, natural food, nothing processed or any of that kind of stuff that's going to harm your dog, but he loves it. And he just mows it down. You would think it's the best meal ever when you watch this guy eat and you listen to him. You think you're at a buffet and just everybody's just slopping it down, but he loves it to death. And he'll mow it down until it's all done. And then he'll sit there and guard it and make sure the cat doesn't come over and catch a crumb anywhere. So he'll chase off Thumper. If he sees Thumper creeping around and maybe there's a little speck, a little spot of Pets Table that hit the ground, or Farmer's dog, and he'll run him off. But maybe this might be good for your Frenchie too.